All right, so I will be going over my four prompts. So for prompt one, it's what do you think are the top three perceptual distortions that employees are most likely to be affected by when forming perceptions of a new manager? So when employees form perceptions of a new manager, several perceptual distortions can influence their judgment and reactions. So here are three of the most common distortions. It's the halo effect, confirmation bias, and stereotyping. So we will start with the halo effect. The halo effect occurs when a person's positive qualities overpower other aspects of their personality or performance. In the context of a new manager, if employees perceive the manager positively in one area, they may extend this positive impression to other areas such as managerial competence or leadership effectiveness without sufficient evidence, just because they liked one of their other qualities. So it might not be thinking of the full picture. So conversely, if the initial impression is negative, it can color employees' perceptions of the manager's capabilities regardless of their actual performance. This can lead to an unrealistic expectation or unwarranted criticism, affecting the manager's credibility and rapport with the team. So, for the second one, confirmation bias, employees may unconsciously seek out or interpret information in a way that confirms their pre existing beliefs or expectations about the new manager. If employees have heard negative rumors or have had negative experiences with previous managers, they may selectively focus on behaviors or incidents that align with their negative perceptions of the new manager while discounting or overlooking positive aspects. So they're only focusing on one area, just tunnel vision. um, Conversely, if employees hold positive expectations, they may interpret ambiguous or natural behaviors in a favorable light, reinforcing their positive perceptions. Confirmation bias can impede open mindedness and constructive feedback, creating barriers to building trust and fostering a healthy work relationship between the manager and the team. So, for the third one, stereotyping. Employees may rely on preconceived stereotypes about managers based on factors such as age, gender, race, or previous experiences with other managers, like we talked about. For instance, if the new manager is younger than expected or from a different cultural background, employees might stereotype them as inexperienced or culturally incompatible with the team's norms. This can lead to biased judgments and behaviors towards the manager, hindering effective communication and collaboration. So those are the 3 points for the first one. And these perceptual distortions can significantly impact how employees perceive and interact with a new manager, influencing team dynamics, morale, and productivity. Recognizing and mitigating these biases through self awareness, open communication, and structured feedback mechanisms are essential for promoting fair and constructive evaluations of a manager's performance and fostering a supportive work environment. So, for prompt two, describe what you could do in a difficult work situation to protect yourself from falling prey to fundamental attribution errors. So the fundamental attribution error is a cognitive bias where individuals tend to attribute others' behaviors to internal characteristics or traits rather than considering external factors. To promote yourself from falling prey to this bias in a difficult work situation, you can take several steps. So some of the steps you can take are seek additional information, consider situational factors, um, challenge your assumptions, practice empathy, seek feedback, and reflect on your own biases. So, for the first one, seek additional information. Before making any assumptions about why someone acted a certain way, you should gather more information about the situation. This could involve having a conversation with the individual to understand their perspective or seeking feedback from others who may have insight into the situation. So for the second one, consider situational factors. Instead of immediately jumping to conclusions about a colleague's behavior, take into account the situational factors that may be influencing their actions. Consider aspects like workload, stress, deadlines, or personal circumstances that could be affecting their behavior. Because everybody always has something going on outside of work. Work is just a little part of everybody's life. So for the third one, practice empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand their perspectives and motivations. Recognize that everyone has their own perspectives, beliefs, and pressures that shape their behavior. Empathizing with others can help you see beyond initial impressions and avoid making unfair judgments. Challenge your assumptions. Be willing to question your initial interpretations of a situation. Ask yourself whether there might be alternative explanations for the behavior you observed. Encourage yourself to consider multiple perspectives before reaching a conclusion. And then reflect on your own biases. Be aware of your own tendencies to attribute behavior to internal factors rather than external ones. Reflect on the past experiences where you may have fallen into the trap of the fundamental attribution error and how you can approach similar situations differently in the future. And then for the last one, seek feedback. Solicit feedback from trusted colleagues or mentors to gain insight into how your interpretations of others' behaviors may be influenced by biases. Having an outside perspective can help you identify blind spots and develop strategies for mitigating the impact of cognitive biases in your decision-making process. So by implementing these strategies, you can protect yourself from falling prey to the fundamental attributional error in difficult work situations and make more objective and fair judgments about others' behaviors, such as your colleagues. So for prompt 3, praise can be a type of positive reinforcement used by managers. List at least 3 additional positive reinforcements that are used in the workplace. Of the reinforcements you listed, which do you find most personally motivating and why? So for this one, for prompt 3, and it says in addition to praise. In addition to praise, managers often utilize the following positive reinforcements in the workplace. So the 3 are career development opportunities, rewards, and recognition. So for career development opportunities, offering opportunities for skill development, training programs, mentorship, or advancement within the company can be highly motivating. A lot of people look for that. Employees often value opportunities to grow professionally and advance their careers and make more money, obviously. Everybody wants to move up in the rank. So for rewards, tangible rewards such as bonuses, gift cards, extra paid time off, or other incentives can motivate employees to perform at their best or achieve specific goals or targets that the company has placed. Recognition, acknowledging employees' efforts and achievements publicly or privately can be a powerful motivator. This can involve giving awards, certificates, or simply verbal recognition in team meetings or one-on-one sessions. Personally, I find recognition to be the most motivating. Being acknowledged for hard work and contributions not only boost morale, but also validate one's efforts and encouragements continued dedication. It fosters a sense of appreciation and belonging within the team or the organization. Additionally, recognition often serves as a catalyst for personal growth and encourages individuals to strive for even greater achievements in the future. So I think it's really important. And then for prompt 4, you join a company where managers regularly reprimand their direct reports in front of others, play favorites, and encourage coworkers to report one another for making small mistakes. Based on Bandura's social cognitive theory, what sort of company culture is likely to spring from these practices? How would a new employee seek to get ahead at such a company, and to what extent would efforts to succeed in this culture directly benefit the company's shareholders? So Bandura's social cognitive theory emphasizes the interaction between personal factors, environmental factors, and behavior. In this scenario described, the company's culture is likely to foster an environment characterized by high levels of stress, fear, and a lack of trust among employees. This culture can lead to several outcomes based on Bandura's theory. So, self-efficacy, observational learning, reinforcement, reciprocal determinism. So, for self-efficacy, constant criticism and favoritism can erode employees' self-efficacy, their belief in their ability to succeed. When employees feel constantly scrutinized and undervalued, they may doubt their competence and become less motivated to perform at their best. Observational learning. Employees will observe the behavior of managers, reprimanding their direct reports publicly, playing favorites, and encouraging reporting on coworkers. They may learn to emulate these behaviors themselves, perpetuating a cycle of negative interactions within the organization. Reinforcement. If employees perceive that playing favorites or reporting on coworkers leads to rewards or avoids punishment, they may be more inclined to engage in these behaviors themselves. This can create a culture of competition and backstabbing rather than collaboration at work. And then for reciprocal determinism, the interactions between managers, coworkers, and employees create a feedback loop where behavior influences and is influenced by the environment and personal factors. In this toxic culture, individuals may feel compelled to conform to the negative norms to avoid being targeted themselves. In such an environment, a new employee seeking to get ahead may feel pressured to engage in similar behaviors to curry flavor with managers or protect themselves from being targeted. This could involve this could involve in graduating oneself with those in power, actively seeking opportunities to report on others' mistakes, and aligning closely with favored coworkers. However, while these efforts may yield short-term benefits from the individuals in terms of perceived favoritism or protection from criticism, they are unlikely to benefit the company's shareholders in the long run. A culture built on fear and favoritism typically leads to decreased morale, lower productivity, higher turnover rates, and ultimately diminished company performance because nobody really enjoys working there and wants to work there. So shareholders are likely to suffer as a result of reduced innovation, employee disengagement, and damage to the company's reputation. To truly benefit shareholders, to truly benefit a shareholder, a company should prioritize fostering a positive and inclusive culture where employees feel valued, respected, and empowered to their contribution to work. This type of culture encourages collaboratism, creativity, and loyalty, ultimately leading to a sustainable long-term success for the organization and its stakeholders. So basically, if you have a company and there's favoritism or whatever, and the employees aren't enjoying working there, aren't engaging in their work, in the long run, that's going to have a big effect on the company because they're not working to their best ability. Whereas if you have a company where everybody's having fun, everybody likes to be there, they're getting recognized for their work, they might be getting little bonuses for their work, whatever it may be, publicly recognized, they like that. So they enjoy coming to work. They're going to work harder. They're going to work to the standards that they can and that you want them to. They're going to work to their best ability and definitely be more productive compared to the people who don't enjoy coming to work, or the people who don't get recognized or don't get any bonuses or add-ons. So yeah, I think that has a real big part in growing a company and staying sustainable and just getting profit from it. Staying. I think you need to have long-term workers, people who enjoy being there, and not a big turnover rate. I think all that really goes into who you guys are and how your company works. So thank you for listening to my 4 points. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to hearing your guys's. Thank you.